Hi, everybody.
Hi.
So today we get to talk about the virtue of love. And we already heard some great testimonials about love. And we're going to expand on that. We're going to expand on it in talking about the kind of love that God meant for all of us. The kind of love that Jesus showed us when Jesus came. And it's real, undying love no matter what. And the poem that Maria had read earlier was written by a man who wrote the song and used the expression, I behold the Christ in you. We actually use that as a blessing when we see a baby or when it's someone's birthday. That's one of the highest forms of love that we can have for somebody, is to behold the Christ in them. So imagine you go through your day and somebody cuts you off on the highway and you can behold the Christ in them. Or imagine somebody makes you angry and you can behold the Christ in them. If we can go through our days with that kind of love in our hearts for others as well as for us, that's the kind of love that we're talking about. I have some different quotes, I guess I would say, from other Unity ministers that I thought were pretty amazing. Until we comprehend and work with the cosmic process of love, only then does truth become a way of life for us. Only then does truth become a way of life. And if I have these things, faith, hope, and love, but I have not love, I am nothing. And that's 1 Corinthians 13. But have not love, I am nothing. Love is more than emotions and feelings. It's the completeness of life. It is not an expression. It defines us. It is who we are. Love is an inner power, not an object. Our need is not to be loved, but to be love itself. To express love and to radiate love. Go through your day just radiating love. My day would be different, that's for sure. God is love. God is me, and I am that love expressing in and through my loving heart. I am created. We are all created in love. It is our nature, the root of our being. We are the very activity of love in expression. We are the very activity of love in expression. I have within me all the love in the universe. When Jesus says, love thy neighbor, it means to be loving toward one's neighbor. It is an attitude. Love is the way we see one another. Love is the way to see our neighbor. Love is the way to see our enemy also. And it's not for our enemy. It's not about whether or not our enemy deserves it. We deserve it. As we could see our enemies with love, we're free. When we are centered in our own love, we are functioning at the level of life's completion. What Henry David Thoreau calls the license of a higher order of being. Love does its healing work because it gets us centered in a consciousness of compassion. From that consciousness, we see clearly through the eyes of love. So this is our annual 12 Powers service. You know, one of the interesting things, this is the way God and love worked in my life. When Sean called and he said, you know, he had an opportunity for me. I thought it had something to do with the cats. And, and he said, our flight got canceled. And I remembered when he asked us to stay at his house, and he said, I'm a little worried about coming back. I had a thought when he said that, I don't know, a week or two ago. I was like, wow, what if he doesn't come back? I might have to do the service. And here he was calling me to say, will you be interested in doing the service? I was like, yeah. And the interesting thing is, when I first heard of the 12 Powers a couple of years ago, I was very drawn to them. I bought, Sean has a CD, and I bought the CD because it's a 12 Powers meditation. And then I took the second class I took for the Unity Ministry was the 12 Powers, and I loved it. I just couldn't get enough of it, and I hope someday to be doing a workshop on the 12 Powers. But and I took the class, and then afterwards found out I was supposed to take like 4 electives before I took it, and I hadn't taken any of them. But when he asked me to do the service and he said, and it's the 12 powers, I was like, oh my God, I get to do the 12 powers. Yeah. So it felt very right. It felt like exactly what I was supposed to do. And then the other interesting thing was, one of the ideas I have in my mind about being a minister is, I have to get dressed up and I have to get all new clothes, right? And I'm like, well, isn't it interesting that I have to do my first service ever on ugly sweater Sunday? I was like, wow, God definitely has a sense of humor, you know? So anyway, the 12 powers. Now, why the number 12? Well, in metaphysics, metaphysically, the number 12 means spiritual fulfillment. We've got 12 months of the year. We've got 12 nerve centers in our body. We have 12 apostles. We have 12 hours in a day, 12 hours in a nighttime. So it's the number of completion. And within each person, now a lot of what I'm about to share with you comes from a book called Your God-Given Potential by Winifred Wilkinson Hausman. And within each person, there is a new world awaiting discovery. A world in which there are capabilities of unlimited strength, perfect knowing, radiant life, and other latent abilities, beyond our greatest present capacity to conceive in every one of us. And the 12 powers is the way to fulfill that. It's getting to know what the 12 powers are and to have them become a part of who we are. Our work is to transmute the natural powers, starting where we are consciously and within spiritual growth, starting exactly where we are, into the spiritual powers we are designed to express for the fulfillment of our Christ potential. So as we fulfill and get to know and incorporate these 12 powers that are already within us, we are fulfilling and getting higher to our Christ consciousness. Each faculty is discovered first at an intellectual level. Of course, that's the way we generally learn. The concept is explored and nurtured through prayer as it gradually grows into the spiritual idea from which it came. Finally, we have no sense of separateness, but rather a realization of our oneness with the God power itself. That's just so powerful to me. Expressing through us entirely under the guidance and direction of the Christ. So we're going to do a lighting of the candles, but you'll see that each candle is represented by an apostle and also one of the 12 powers, and I'll tell you where the 12 power is within your body. But as we incorporate those, and that it fulfills our being with that Christ consciousness. And it's not something that we're going to do, or we can't do individually. Like you can't say, okay, today I'm just going to focus on love, and today I'm going to focus on will, and today I'm going to focus on understanding. It's a team effort within us. So as we evolve, we get to become familiar with each one of these powers. Our work here now is to awaken to the divine powers with which God has endowed us, to encourage and develop them under God's direction, and to get about the business of becoming that which Jesus demonstrated in his life and told us we could become. Jesus in John 14:12 said, I tell you the truth, anyone who believes in me will do what I have done and even greater. And I believe this is what the 12 powers gets us ready for. Development and expression of a given power may entail meditating and focusing upon that power for a period of time. However, the proper expression of the 12 powers is that of balance and integration, instead of individual development and expression. In other words, the 12 powers are a sort of team designed to work together instead of independently. In the last excerpt above, the powers are described by Jesus as the branches of a vine. Jesus is the symbol of spiritual awareness generated by the Christ within consciousness. The 12 powers, or the branches, express spiritual awareness. So now we're gonna light the candles, and I'm gonna call somebody up to light the candle. And when Kenneth sings "Light a Candle," you're gonna light the candle. Okay, Kevin, can you please come up? power, faith. The color is deep blue. The location is in the pineal gland in the middle of the brain. And the disciple is Peter. Faith is our yes power. Faith is how we are saying yes to our good, and that we are good. Can everybody say? Through my power of faith, I am assured that I am good, have always been good, and will always be good, no matter what I have done, and no matter how I feel, truth cannot be undone.
Light a candle.
Lisa. The next power is will. The color is silver. The location is in the forehead on the left side. And the disciple is Matthew. Will is our power of willingness. God's will is for us to be happy, joyous and free in our spirit-minded thinking. We seek to will the will of God active and present in all aspects of our living. Let's all say together. Today my will carries out all that my faith is saying yes to.
Light a candle.
John. Understanding. The color is gold. Location is in the forehead on the right side. The disciple is Thomas. Through the power of understanding, we can know our oneness with God as principle, law, and spirit. Through the power of understanding, we carry out our will of everything we are saying yes to, so that each event is for the highest experience we can accept. Let's all say, I am one with God. I know the truth. I remember the truth. I understand the truth. And I express it perfectly. Gold candle.
Light a candle.
Gloria. Our fourth power is imagination. The color is light blue. Wait until I say it. The location is between the eyes. The disciple is Bartholomew. Imagination is our power to shape and form our dreams of good. Through imagination, we turn obstacles into opportunities. Let's all say, my dreams of unending good come from God.
Light a candle. Light a
Tanya. Our fifth power is zeal. The color is orange. The location is the medulla. The disciple is Simon. Zeal is the fuel that propels us toward our successes in life. With passion and enthusiasm, we accept our divine inheritance of vibrant health, abundance, and unlimited joy. Let's all say, I am alive, awake, and excited about my life. I celebrate the powerful rebirth of divine joy within me today.
Light a candle.
Deb. The power is power. The color is purple. The location is the throat. The disciple is Philip. The power of power is our communication faculty. Affirming power with understanding releases this power to heal and bless our lives. Let's all say, I communicate my needs and desires clearly and honestly without fear or retribution. As a result, I witness a willing universe united in cooperation to provide me with my good.
Light a candle.
Linda. The seventh power is love. The color is pink. The location is the heart. And the disciple is James. Nope, John, sorry. The power of love is the pure essence of spirit that binds together the whole human family. It is the harmonizing sacred energy of all good flowing from our being at all times. I am radiating at the center of divine love. My mind shines forth with divine ideas for wholeness, harmony, and joy.
Light a candle.
Gabe. Wisdom. The color is yellow. The location is the solar plexus. And the disciple is James. The power of wisdom works with the power of love to enable discernment in all of our thinking to create a perfect balance. Let's all say, love and wisdom is the light on my path. My way is made clear. I know what to do, and I know how to do it.
Light a candle.
Brian. 9. Order. The color is deep green. The location is the navel. The disciple is James of Alphaeus. Order is the perfect balance of thought, word, and action to bring about our perfect existence. Let's all say, my life is in perfect order as I give my thoughts over to Spirit to adjust and prosper my life in every way. Therefore, I may embrace each event and outcome as right and perfect, just as they are. The dark green, yeah.
Light a candle.
Katie. Strength. The color is light green. The location is the lower back. The disciple is Andrew. Strength is the unfailing energy of God. It moves through as calmly and unimpeded by any condition outside of us. The power of strength is our ability to be quiet. Let's all say, God's power sustains and strengthens me. My mind and my heart are at peace regardless of situations, conditions, or circumstances.
Light a candle.
Linda. The 11th power is elimination. The color is russet. The location is in the bowels. The disciple is Thaddeus. Elimination is our innate divine power to let go of old, worn-out thoughts and conditions so that new ideas of good may take root in consciousness. Let's all say together, I let go and let the light of unfailing truth fill my whole being with freedom, peace, and joy. I now release from my mind and body all that no longer serves my awakening.
Light a candle.
Lilia. Life. The color is red. The location is in the reproductive glands. The disciple is Judas and Matthias. Divine life is pure, perfect, eternal, spirit itself. The life of God is our life, and we are perfect expressions of it. Let's all say, God is life itself. Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life extends beyond my body. Life is what I am.
Today I choose life, and I choose it more abundantly.
Light a candle. We just ask that you think of, you can take any of those powers, whichever ones seem to resonate the most with you. And just know that that is something that the light can shine in and through and out to make a difference in the world. Light a candle for the old man who sits staring out a frosty window pane. Light a candle for the woman who is lonely, and every Christmas it's the same. For the children who need more than presents can bring. Light a candle, light the dark, light the world, light a heart or two. Light a candle for me, I'll light a candle for you. Light a candle for the homeless and the hungry, a little shelter from the cold. Light a candle for the broken and forgotten. May the season warm the soul. Can we open our hearts to shine through the dark? Light a candle, light the dark, light the world, light a heart or two. Light a candle for me, I'll light a candle for you. And in this special time of year, may peace on earth surround us here, and teach us there's a better way to live. And with every flame that burns, we must somehow learn that love's the greatest gift that we could ever give. Light the world, light a heart or two. Light a candle for me, I'll light a candle for you. Oh, I will, 'cause everybody needs a little light. Light a heart or two, light a candle for me.